Naomi is back in WWE, and in this video, Naomi fans are going to want to hear what she recently had to say, and I'm going to share it because Naomi is in a prominent figure right now in WWE and on television. As we approach WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia, she's got a spot on the card, but more than importantly, not just a spot, a pretty good one when you look at the match. So Naomi has been paired with Bianca Belair following her return to the company at the Royal Rumble. And on a recent episode of Friday Night SmackDown, well, they were joined by the megastar, Jade Cargill. Together, they will team up for a 6-woman tag against Damage Control's Asuka, Kairi Sane, and Dakota Kai. Interesting match, right? That's night 1. That's April 6th of WrestleMania. Naomi, she has gone through a lot in the last few years. But let's take a look at her WWE tenure, if you will. It's been up and it's been down. But for the last few years, I would say 2018 and on, right? 2018 and on, I'm just quickly looking at her cage match. She was 97-30. She had a 76% winning percentage. The following year, she was 36-19 at 63%. 2020, we'll write that off. She was 5-11. Meh. The following year, 2021, 11-18. Okay, not great. What we doing? Well, they rebounded in 2022. She was booked 66% to win all of her matches. She went 31-15. And in 2023, which was completely outside of a WWE, she was booked 22-1 while in Impact Wrestling or TNA Wrestling. Pretty impressive. Now, since returning to WWE, they've done very well by her. I will give them that. And she obviously returned at the Royal Rumble. It was a big moment for her, right? She came out, she did her thing. She qualified for the Women's World Title #1 contendership Elimination Chamber match at the February PLE in Australia. Now, she did lose, but she was booked very strongly, right? She had to go up against the likes of Becky Lynch, eventual winner, Bianca Belair, Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, and Tiffany Stratton. A star-studded match. Then she put over Tiffany Stratton. Then she put over women's champion Io Sky. But outside of that, house shows, she's going over. She's been working with Bianca Belair and Naomi. Pretty good spot. She's been working with Damage Control. Pretty good spot, right? If you look at the trajectory of Naomi's career, though, in WWE, it's something that is newsworthy. It's noteworthy. And it's something that I want to touch upon here because, and I'll get more into it, but she returned to the company at the Royal Rumble after walking out due to creative differences alongside Mercedes Moné, a.k.a. Sasha Banks. And while doing an interview with Going Ringside, she spoke about her return and why she feels like WWE is home. She said, "It's been a roller coaster ride, but it's been a great journey, and I'm extremely excited and happy to be back, working my way back to the top. WWE is home. It was never a doubt about returning. It was just a matter of when and me wanting to prove some things and do some things I need to do for myself. I did that. I accomplished that. It was just time. I missed it so much. WWE is always family." Always family. Okay. So let's get back to her departure, right? 2022, she is the Women's Tag Team Champions with Mercedes. They are being booked pretty good as Women's Tag Team Champions. It's funny because the company under Vince could never be booked well with the Women's Tag Team titles unless Mercedes was holding it, right? Whether it was her and Bayley, whether it was her and Naomi, right? And the reason that they walked out is because Vince wanted them, I think it was Mercedes was going to win the gauntlet match or a match in which there would be a #1 contender for Ronda Rousey's Raw Women's title. And I think they were going to work at Extreme Rules. And then Naomi was going to work for the SmackDown women's title. I believe Charlotte Flair held that at the time. Don't hold me to that, but I'm sure someone will. Either way, they were going to be booked in prominent roles in separate competition for a one-off PLE in title matches against top stars and booked strongly. They didn't like that, and they were wrong, in my opinion. There's not a lot of people that really care about the women's tag team championships. So essentially, here you go. You're going to have main event level programs with main event level talent for main event level championships, and you got mad about it. Okay, whatever. They negotiate their releases, right? After walking in to Vince McMahon's office, putting the titles down, John Laurinaitis' offices, whatever, right? And Vince fires them after getting what they wanted with their release. Mercedes Moné, she goes into New Japan Pro Wrestling, lights the world on fire, and now is in All Elite Wrestling. Naomi, she went to TNA, and she had a heck of a run. Not a lot of people recognize how good that run was. A lot of people sleep on that run, and you shouldn't. It was a very, very good run. Now Naomi is back, and Naomi has been booked in a pretty good way, right? Because WWE, they had their plans in motion of what they wanted to do for Mania, and then all of a sudden Naomi's back kind of thing. And yes, she's not as big of a star as she was in TNA right now, but give them time. They're going to build her up very nicely, and I think it's going to be something that is very interesting to see going forward. And I think it's something that, yes, she could be a future champion down the line. I will say I don't view her in the same way of a Rhea Ripley or a Becky Lynch or a Charlotte. I don't see her as that just yet. That's not to say that she doesn't have the potential to do so. I think she can if given the right opportunity. Clearly, she has a very loyal and hardcore fan base behind her that believes in her and will support her no matter where she goes. And not a lot of people can say that, especially as a female talent. So when the time is right, I think she will be another women's champion, another women's world champion in WWE. When that will happen, who will she beat to get that done? I don't know. But I think it's going to happen one day. Let me know down in the comments area below. Do you agree with my take? What do you think of Naomi's comments? Hit that like button, subscribe button, and notification bell. And I will see y'all in the next video.